Hey, what's up, everybody? It's been a while since I've been on here. Um, Basically, this video this video is gonna be about um, why I stopped bodybuilding and do I miss it. So basically, I stopped bodybuilding because I'm trying to start a family. I got married, etc., etc. And obviously, if you're competing competitive bodybuilding, taking all the drugs and whatnot, your fucking sperm count and is damn near non-existent. So yeah, I basically gave up what I love most for what I want most. Um, I don't regret it. I feel what's crazy is I've never like really had gone through depression in my life, but when I quit bodybuilding, I felt like a stint of that, and because that was damn near like my, not my whole identity, but mostly my identity. Um, but sooner as time went on, I started like running again. I lost a lot of muscle tissue, which is a little bit of a mind fuck, but man, I feel so much better. Um, I was doing jiu-jitsu for a little bit and I love that. But I'm getting, injuries was crazy, but I feel great. I'm still about 225 pounds. I still train like a bodybuilder. I don't eat as much as a bodybuilder as I used to. I used to eat 6, 7 times a day. I did that for over a decade. Now I eat 3, 4 times a day, and I feel so much better. Um, Again, I run a lot. Like I run and still work out with weights, but now I'm running a lot. So I just feel so much healthier. Also, I don't miss pinning myself, right? Like that was, I mean, looking back at it, I was like, man, like you really got to be, to physically inject yourself, you know, every 3 days or so, you know, it just, it, I mean, I guess at the time I would say I got used to it, but I mean, I don't know, man. You just have to really love something, like, to put yourself through that, because you're pinning yourself, it's your shoulder, it's your lat, it's your glute, your leg. It's just like, it's not, it's not all, I mean, it's not satisfying. Who the fuck wants to fucking pin themselves, right? Nobody does, you know? So it just, looking back at it, I thank my wife, because my wife was like, dude, if you really want to ever have a kid someday, we're still working on it, obviously, but someday you have to give this shit up. And, I did, but it was honestly a blessing in disguise, because now, like, I feel better now. I'm 32, 33. I'm going to be 33 this year. I feel better now than when I did when I was 21. I mean, I can freaking run a marathon right now. Like, it's, like I said, I'm still 225 pounds. I'm still, I mean, a fairly, when I was bodybuilding, I was probably like, my walk around weight was 245. But again, I remember the first mile that I ran when I stopped bodybuilding, and I was like, you know what? I haven't physically ran in like a decade. Like, yeah, I would do cardio on the Stairmaster, or do cardio like on incline and low intensity cardio to keep the most amount of muscle on my body as humanly possible. But now I'm, so that's why I never did high intensity cardio. I ran a mile. The first time I ever ran a mile, it literally took me almost 10 minutes to run a mile. And I was like, holy crap, that is horrible. And now I can run a mile in like 7:20, 7:15, right around there. That's my best time so far. But yeah, it's just I wanted to start a family. It was a blessing in disguise to stop. I don't regret anything. I don't regret taking the drugs. I don't regret living the lifestyle of a bodybuilder for so long, because it made me, the one thing that I've noticed, it made me a very, very disciplined individual. I'm very, very disciplined when it comes to like finances, when it comes to my career. I can do the same thing or study the same thing over and over, study my craft, over and over and over again, and not get bored or not get discouraged, because I mean, it's just like, it's just every day you get better. The more you do it, the more you're gonna get better, and it's helped me tremendously with my career. It's just, people, I'm okay living a very, very boring life. Everybody needs to do something every weekend, go out to a bar or a party, or they need to go do something, and I'm happy with, staying in home on weekends or whatever. Like, I'm just a very boring individual, and bodybuilding taught me that it's okay to just be boring. And I love just spending time with my dog, my wife at home, just, I don't know, having some freaking In-N-Out or pizza, I don't know, right? So I don't regret it. I don't regret it at all. It was such a great experience and a great learning chapter in my life. Yeah, the only thing I can say I regret is like what I miss, like, I guess, like, being crazy in that is, like, obviously when you take drugs, performance enhancing drugs, you feel like you're not obviously, but you feel so incredible when you're in the gym. You're so strong, like, you're the pump, and like your workouts are just insane. You feel it's a high I cannot explain. So that's why I always tell friends who come to me like, hey man, I want to try, dude, like, stay away from it, because once you start and you feel the difference in training, the difference in the pump you get, you're not going to want to go back. You're not going to want to go back to a natural pump. And I guess that's the one thing I can say. Like, I regret just being crazy and freaking deadlifting and fucking just, you know what I mean? For those of you who train, know the feeling where it's like you feel like you can just keep going. And like, it's just, and I guess that's, now I'm, if I squat or if I deadlift, like, yeah, sure, I still train as hard as humanly possible, but the pump is not as great as it once was. Like, I sometimes feel like, even though I'm giving it my all, I feel like the intensity is not as great as it once was, obviously under PEDs. So yeah, but I mean, but believe it or not, like I said, even missing something like that, I don't miss it. Like I said, it's like I said, it was a blessing in disguise. And yeah, so I haven't been on here. I've been super busy with work. I just been busy with work, and I still train, I still work out, still do the same workouts I used to do. Now I just run a lot more, and every now and then I'll do jiu-jitsu, but shit, man, I don't know how much longer I can do those things, because man, you definitely, at least for me, I definitely have injuries here and there, small minor injuries, but it does take a toll on your body. But yeah, it's just, that's where I've been these past, and I haven't touched anything since my last show on my channel. After that show, and realizing how insane some people are born with the genetics they have, like, it made me realize, like, man, some of these guys are just incredible. Like, no matter what you do, their genetics are always going to be superior to yours. Some dudes are just blessed, man. Their mother and father were probably jacked, and they had a kid, and and there he is. So it was a bit of a reality check. They're just genetically gifted, and I don't know, who knows, maybe they work out harder than me too. But yeah, I mean, like I said, that's why I've been off, and I haven't touched anything in about two and a half years, somewhere around that area. And yeah, I don't plan on going back, and that's where I've been. All right, everybody, see you later.